No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and we back today. I got my man Brick with me.
Don't be late.
And I hit you up a couple weeks ago, and I said, hey, you got anybody with crazy stories to tell? Anybody is outside the box? Just let me know. You know, let me know if you got any good ideas for interviews. And you started telling me about this guy. So give me your 30-second version of why people should not click out of this interview right now before we start.
Corvain Cooper, the East Side. Yeah, man. East Side, West Side story, man. Ever since he was in high school, always had the latest, always been around the. I don't want to tell the whole story. BMF days, been to the feds, Trump pardoned him from the feds, came back home, never told on nobody, went to trial with some people he ain't never seen before. Man, we just go get into it, man.
He got life for weed. That's the big thing. He got life for weed.
And he taught me how to do this car in this stunt. I swear to God, I've been going flip-flopping day and night like Kid Cudi since we was kids. The originator of the bars, man.
All right, Corvain Cooper, nice to have you on the show. How you feeling?
Man, it's a blessing. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah.
CV is the street name, too. So if you
CV,
that's what the whole street's known by, CV. But okay. Corvain Cooper is the name, you know what I mean?
For sure. So, okay, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where you're coming from and everything.
Now, I come from the East Side. So my first beginning of my life, I was on the East Side where it's just, it's the struggle. It's your mother's on drugs, your dad's selling drugs. You're trying to make it out. They want you to be from East Coast, then you move to Inglewood, they want you to be from Inglewood. And you move to the 60s, they want you to be from 60s. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of harder growing up in LA when you're trying to make money, you're trying to hustle, you're trying to be cool, and you're trying to do it and not get attached to one gang, right? Because you're trying to hustle with each and every person. So it's more harder not to bang than it is to bang. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you're trying to floss. You feel what I'm saying? And that's going to come with a cost in LA. That's going to come with the jackers. That's going to come with gun shooting. That's going to come with a lot of testing to see if you're really like that or not.
Ever since you was young, right? Yeah. And before that. So this ain't just no new thing that the LA kids is doing. This is just the law of the land in LA. You can't never show your hand unless you're ready to go all the way there.
And if you're not ready, it's gonna be a test for you.
Because you a small guy, man.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like the biggest guy in the world.
You're never gonna be the Debo in these situations.
So you're a small guy and you made it through a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stood your ground. You did your prison riot bars. You know what I'm saying?
You got your county bars, your county riot bars, because you got to make it through. You got your state, you got your feds. The feds is a whole different ball game because when you're in the feds, you're in all 50 states in one. Yeah. So when you walk in this room, it's somebody from everywhere, and there's less people from LA. So now no one cares about, because you're in cars now. You're not in a gang. You're in whatever car you're from. So let's say if you're with white boys, I got 10 different white boy crews in there that you're going to have to be with. You feel
I will go with the non-racist one.
Nah. There's none of those.
No? They're all racist?
None of them. A Peckerwood, a regular Peckerwood, that's what they call you. That's the wood pile.
I'll take I'm gonna get in wherever I can fit in.
Because you're not an AB.
I'll make some apologies once I get out.
I think with that cross on your face, you could be
you're at least gonna get sent.
You should just rub black,
and you're gonna at least get sent on 1 or 2 missions.
Yeah,
because we need to see. They need to see what's going on. This is USP talk.
Man, lately I'm ready. I think I'm in the zone. I'm in the headspace to go on some missions right now.
But he made transition last week or 2 weeks ago. He's from No Jumper Crip now. On Crip.
Hey,
hit him with your No Jumper.
It's either that or the No Jumper BDs, whatever we gotta do. Hey, but okay, so tell me, you're talking about hustling and trying to deal with all these different cliques and everything. So when did you start hustling, and like when and how was that? Like the early days of all that?
I started hustling like at 14. So 14 and 15, really in LA, that's the cold part about LA. You really learn like the white collar first, right? So you learn the white collar, then we cashing checks in high school, 9th, 10th grade. Then you move to basically like the counterfeit money, probably around 15, 16. You move to counterfeit. When you go buy something for $1,000, you take it back and get the cash.
Who are you getting the counterfeit money from?
You're getting the counterfeit money just out the hood. Just everybody just, during those days, like you can just.
It's not like that anymore. It's more difficult.
It's probably more difficult because the money has changed.
Right.
So the money has changed. So
Counterfeit money.
Counterfeit money is like, I can't believe so when I see people still doing it, it's kind of like, damn, that's kind of like 1982.
Because I always assumed that was not a hustle that you should ever even dip your toe into, because you could literally get like, insane prison terms for it, right?
Not really, because it's kind of like a slap on the wrist. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're not really doing
You got to get caught with like a couple billion of that shit, or like a million, 2 million. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they, a couple people, you do get a federal case. I know some people who got like federal probation for that shit and like house arrest and shit. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, wow. But like for like 200,000, 300,000 type shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I thought it was way more serious than that. Wow.
Yeah, so and plus you're gonna go in. If you work at Nordstrom's or you work at whatever store you work at, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna buy $1,000 jacket from you. I'm gonna give you maybe $300. I'm gonna take the $700, but I'm gonna take it right back to the next Nordstrom's and get the 1,000. You do that 10 times. Now you just made 10 bands, but you're only like 15. You feel what I'm saying? So you move. And back in the day when you're selling weed, back in the day, you got to understand it's not all these different weeds like how it is now.
It's just weed.
It's just weed right now. Rick, AZ, or Chronic. You know what I mean? Like got all this.
When I think about being a young man, when I was young, we were just smoking weed. It had never occurred to me like, oh, there's good weed and bad weed.
Yeah,
that was not even in the conversation.
You got your stress and you got your chronic. It was just that AZ. You got stress, AZ, and chronic.
All this other shit is just in the way. Bro.
So like you being from the east side, right? And then you going to school on the west side. Tell them how it was just going to school on the west side. What you had to at 15 years old, the type of shit that you had to do just to compete at Westchester High School.
First of all, it's the pressure of like dealing with kids whose parents have a little bit more money than your parents. So they already got the nice clothes and all that. You're trying to keep up, but you was fly on the east side, but the fly on the west side is a little different. It's gonna be it's a notch up. So you're gonna have to continue to get into this world. And once you get started, my dad went to the feds when I was like 16, right? So by the time then, it's like that's cut off. I already had like the drug dealer dad, right? So I'm already like kind of fake spoiled and already have the shit. But now all I did was introduce you to the shit. So now you're already turned out. You already been getting the Jordans on. Now you got to keep this shit up now because now you're in 11th and I already went to camp. By the 11th, I did 7 months in camp.
For what?
Because I broke in the lockers at Hollywood High. I went to Hollywood High in 11th, right? So shout out to my boy Ant. We went to Hollywood High. You were breaking in the lockers
and taking what? Just whatever you could?
I got the code to everybody's thing. I'm supposed to be the TA. I'm supposed to be watching your locker, but I'm going to school with all the Armenian kids.
Oh,
so the Armenian kids, they got all the money. They're taking Benzes and shit to school. You feel what I'm saying? So like, it went on. I put somebody on. I don't want to say their name, but I put them on, right, onto the lick because I did it for like 3 months, right? So I'm probably getting like 400 a day. So I'm not automatically wiping you out. If you have 500 in your wallet, I might take 2.
So they might not notice.
So they might not even notice. So it'll keep going because the next day he comes with more money in his fucking wallet. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like,
that's smart thinking.
But you went to Hollywood High?
Yeah.
What's it actually like going there? Because we always ride this one rail out in front, but not me, but like I always see skaters there and everything, and I just wonder like, what is it actually like to go there? Is it crazy?
Brandy was like on Thea too back then, but it was more. My parents wanted me to be in acting at first,
and so they figured that was a good spot for an acting career.
Is it a performing arts school?
It's a dope ass performing arts. You feel what I'm saying?
I thought Hamilton was the one.
That's why I met my business partner Ant. We met at Hollywood High in the drama class.
They have a crazy mural outside of it with all these actors and stuff on it, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, everybody.
Right.
See, but Hollywood High is like it's like it's very diverse. So it's like
your whole game can change.
These people, you got these people. They getting high. Like he said, he got the Armenians. The Armenians and the white boys and the Mexicans. They kind of get on to the harder drugs earlier. So you up here, you could be serving a cold sack of this up here at high school. Like I was going to go drop pills and pot off at Beverly High in fucking Hollywood
it really
High.
Broadens your game. Really, it made my game better because now you know how to deal with a lot of different people from a lot of different races and a lot of different creeds and stuff growing up. So it already balances your game out way better to
Yeah.
deal with people when you get older.
Yuri, who used to be here, was always talking about how when he went to Hollywood High, he'd be popping E-pills in the morning before school.
See what I'm saying?
Just rolling all
yeah,
day.
that's I'm like that. What type of shit? What if that was cool when you were in high school? That shit'd be crazy.
I remember ecstasy coming out when I was in like 10th, 11th grade and just
Yeah.
hearing about it,
Yeah.
reading the article in
Yeah.
Newsweek about it,
Yeah.
being like, this
Yeah.
shit sounds crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even catch wind of ecstasy till probably like Mac Dre, 2001 or 2, like in
Yeah,
LA,
that was
like
11th
my
grade for
little
me.
shit.
Right,
Yeah, so-
right. When it was the doubles and
so-
all that.
Yeah, so by the time I think I took my first ecstasy pill like 11th grade.
Yeah, Buddy
it
was
was
the first
like-
one to show me. That was back like in the car wash
But it was
day.
just like that shit was so frowned upon. Like it wasn't cool. Now that Yuri, he's like 10 years younger than you.
Probably
Or
is something
20.
like that, yeah.
Nah, well, let me look. I said 20. I just did you.
No,
in
not
there.
20. He's not 19, but I
thought he
think he's like
was.
29. Yeah,
Oh,
something
oh,
like
he
that.
is? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I might be 30.
I
don't
thought
know.
he was 19.
No, he looks young.
No, that just never mind. I won't even say why I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because everything's a diss here. You can't never have a regular conversation.
He goes to a stream about you, big brick baby with an anti-sign.
Nah. I'm learning.
You learn.
But back to
All right,
brother.
so you're just like hustling, doing all these kinds of different things, like trying to figure out how to make a bag. So, okay, you're doing this Hollywood High thing. What happens after you get caught there?
Okay, so I do 7 months in camp. So I got to catch up now because I didn't promise my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, and I promised my grandmother I'm gonna graduate on time. So I had to end up getting out, going to a continuation school, and catching up so I can graduate on time. You feel what I'm saying? So that's when I start. That's when you selling dub sacks. Now I'm just a dub sack dude. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm selling dub sacks. I'm staying in the Blues at this time. So the Blues is in the
I was about to
'60s.
say,
It's
yeah.
on West Boulevard and Hyde Park. You feel what I'm saying? So this is when
Shout out to
everything.
Blues.
Shout out to the Blues.
Shout
You feel what I'm
out-
saying?
shout
So
out
make out the
Della.
Blues, and during this time, as Penny Pinchers is next door, you gonna have to, if you want your sack and you want your money in your pocket, I mean, you're gonna have to. They're gonna try you. You feel what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to let them know that I'm not just getting my sack taken. You feel what I'm saying? So this helped out my West Side name. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm just coming from the West Side, from the East Side. So you're gonna have to lay your mark in and let people know that I'm over here. I'm trying to get some money too, and I'm trying
Shout
to
out Dollar,
be cool.
man.
My boy Dollar, that's my
Yeah,
guy. That's
shout
my
out
guy.
Dollar, man.
You know
That
what I'm
is.
saying? That's my guy, and Scoob and the rest of the guys. You
Man,
feel what I'm
shout
saying?
out school, man.
You know,
My
free
bad.
school, too, my
Free
bad.
school, cause nigga, like, go on.
So you start doing that, and you start grinding. At that time, now it's time to be fly. It's the bling bling era. So now I can't afford a Rolex at this present time. You feel what I'm saying? So now we're running out with Rolex. I
was just about to
hit
get
Arlington and Jefferson downtown. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, hold
this
on.
was
So
legendary shit in the hood.
For the fans that's watching that don't know. So you said you couldn't afford a Rolex so
At
you
that
was running
time.
out. So you hit Arlington and Jefferson. What's that? A pawn shop?
That's the West Side Pine Loan.
Okay.
And then my boy Speedy. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like shout out free Speedy too. But I'm saying that was back in them days. You feel what I'm saying?
So did you?
This
did you
was-
ever-
this was
you
in
got
the-
caught for all of this, right?
I didn't got caught. I did the time. I got
All
the
right, yeah,
paperwork
so-
for all this
Pardon,
type
so
of
it could
stuff.
be big
You know what I mean?
open, yeah.
Anything that I'm speaking on, this is already.
No. So what I'm saying is you hit multiple.
I had multiple ones. Yeah,
So,
at
yeah.
that present time.
So that's
you know what I'm
what-
saying. So it's gonna be all in the book too.
Okay. So you're saying you stole multiple Rolexes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Ronnie
you
got-
can just put on like 2 or 3 and just run out. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So what's the great thing about
I own
this?
3 at one time
Yeah,
and
no.
just take off?
But I'm saying the great thing about this, you're not harming anybody. You feel what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
grand theft.
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. It's insured, and it's actually a great lick if you're down to your last luck. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. Noted. No, but people always
I
try to
love
put that
Cuz.
insurance shit on you. In general, though, whenever your shit gets broken into or whatever, people be like, you got insurance.
Yeah.
A lot of times the insurance is not really insuring you for the true value of the shit that got took.
And they don't. And they don't want to pay. They find every reason not to pay for your shit. I swear to God. So did they take it? Was it slanted when they came?
Right,
through the
right,
window?
right, right.
Because
My
you
cousin
might,
just
you
got-
might have
my
left the
cou-
window
no.
cracked a little
My
bit.
cousin
Did you-
got robbed just now at the ATM. You know what I mean? He had the big
On
Cuban
camera.
on camera, and he's still going through shit. So there's insurance company. We ain't got the store broken in before, and this insurance company is full of shit.
You always got the wrong kind of insurance, too.
State
So-
Farm.
There's always some other kind that you're supposed to have.
So you made it out. You made it out all of this stuff, and your affiliation. You never really had to get put on to no hoods,
I
right?
never had to really get put on. You feel what I'm saying? To get accepted. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I
but
still got
it
the
was good.
acceptance from the hood.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to physically get courted on. You feel what I'm saying?
After you get caught with these Rolexes, you go to to prison. Now this big boy,
Wait, but how'd you get caught with the Rolexes? You just take off running and what? A cop grabs you?
The
or
only
something?
the main one that I got caught in, that was the bullshit. I left my rental car there in the middle of the street, and then Free Spider Loke, not the rapper's brother,
Big Spider.
or Big Spider Loke.
Oh, wow.
He had another car, and I jumped in his car and I ducked off. You feel what I'm saying? And we still got away, but I left the fucking car on the scene, and so they made a big deal because the owner from the place jumped in the car, so they tried to say it was kidnap robbery. You see what I'm saying? Too free my boy Cowboy.
Even though
too.
he jumped into it himself.
Yeah, he jumped in the car himself. That's what got it dropped down to grand theft. You feel what I'm saying? So he jumped in the car and tried to
Chase after you in your own car.
Because what happened was this is when the platinum chains just came out. So the chain was like 25 bands at this time. At that time, that was a lot to spend on a chain. You know, nowadays people are spending more. But at this present time,
bands.
he came and ripped the chain off, socked me, ripped my shirt off, and that's how I ended up getting away with the 2 Rolexes. Ended up selling one to like a Big Herb from Main Street to bail my boy out, and kept the other one.
Wow. Okay. And so, but you got caught, and so you get locked up for this situation as well, or what happens with this?
No, so now it's the state. So now I'm doing the checks. After that, I'm doing I end up actually doing the time on house arrest. And so, like in my book, I'm making sure that I have all the actual. When you get your PSI in the feds, you have every date of each arrest. So you have each
And the
arrest.
PSI is the paperwork.
Right, that's your pre-sentencing report of every arrest and everything that you've ever been through in your life, right? So that's probably where 1090J gets all his like information from. So you get the PSI report, and so now I put that on each of the books so everyone can see when they look into my eyes, the story, they're going to be able to see that all the things I'm telling them is official because I'm going to have the dates and times of each arrest.
What was your sickest run out though? Before we do
I would still say the reason why Arlington and Jefferson, and that's called West Side Loan, is probably the biggest because it's like everyone's scared of West Side Loan. They got the guy at the gun with the door. The people that work there have guns behind the counter. And it's just like, it's just like, oh, you can't do it. I was always big. I'm like a big competitor. So it was like, I just had to take it as a challenge. You feel what I'm saying? So
To rob this one?
not to rob, not that word rob. You feel what I'm saying? I know I'm making some correction on that. Not to rob. You feel what I'm saying? So to just a challenge just to get away with it, at that time, it was just, I wanted it just to floss really. You feel what I'm saying?
But this is like a payday loan type spot?
No, this is like this is
like one of the biggest
pawn
loan
shop.
spots in
It's
the
a
hood.
pawn shop.
But what did you want to do there?
He took the Rolexes from me.
Oh, this is the spot where you took the Rolex.
Yeah, this is another spot. The one he got caught was
on 7th and here.
downtown. Yeah. So where he got away from, but they double backed on you.
I hit 7th and Hill twice.
Yeah, so West Side Loan is the one that sits in the hood, and they got heavy artillery, but they got watches and shit inside that motherfucker. So he said, I'm asking him like what the sickest one was.
That was probably the sickest because when I'm running out, I've got the smoker in the front. Right, so I got the smoker in the front.
A smoker like a crackhead driving for you, or what?
Yes.
I gotta break down some of this shit for the people.
Yeah. So you got the smoker in the front.
It just sounded too good to be true.
And the G ride in the front. But when I run out, it's too close to run out. Like if I run straight to it, I'm gonna get caught because it's gonna be the same situation as downtown. They're gonna come. So he spins the block so I can keep running down Arlington. You see what I'm saying? So he hits the U. He was vicious. He hits the U in front of the store, come down Arlington, kick the door open. We're in the same old Explorer like they was and set it off at the end. You feel what I'm saying? So we kick the door open, I jump in, and shit, we mash out and get in. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn,
Get over there, but it was vicious because they got guns and they can shoot you in your back. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it was more of a dangerous thing to do. I would never fucking do it again.
That's crazy that they can just shoot you because I know if you get caught shoplifting at Target or whatever, they're not allowed to tackle you these days.
Yeah, no, these ones chasing me.
I don't think they can shoot. I don't think they can shoot unless you up.
Unless you up, I have not threatened anybody.
Unless you up a blick.
I don't have no gun. This is a grand theft.
But
That's
back
all
in the
this
day,
is.
I mean, I hate to just go into like some bullshit, but the Asian lady killed the young black lady over not up and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a gun in the store, somebody was stealing from you. Obviously, you being
That was big back then. Didn't Tupac do the song about that?
Yeah,
And were you talking about like right before the riots?
yeah, yeah. Like
Letitia, I think her name was.
I don't want to misquote nothing, but the young lady didn't do nothing. But even if she was stealing, like she got shot in the back of her head, like you felt threatened by. You know what I'm saying? So you running out back then, it still was on some shit like that. Like that's probably right after the riots. Probably what 5-6 years after the riots. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
the tension
late 90s,
was still
early 2000s.
the tension was still heavy. The tension was still heavy in the hood, like over that shit for years. Like I was a baby, but you know what I'm saying? Like the riots really left like a real cold print in the hood, like as far as racism went.
That's
like,
what I always hear, yeah.
Because like now they judging looters and all this stuff and who's still pissed off about what went on, and now some people are going in there and just bullying motherfuckers because they getting away with crime. We're not doing this today.
Your light is on your phone too.
I know.
Why are you doing math? Why does it say 2070 on your phone?
Fucking snitch.
Yeah, what are you selling $2,070 worth of? Okay, but so that was your greatest heist. When you get locked up again in this whole thing?
Okay, so
try to
now,
break down
now this was happening. I'm going to go to. Now I'm doing the checks. Now I went to the checks. We started like a fake to speed it up. We got the fake motoring company, right? So now we're selling rims and selling tires, and this shit is working. You know what I mean? So now, boom, boom, boom. So that's going on for a year or two. Boom. Now I'm about to go to the. I finally get cracked doing that. So now I have to think of. I never go back and do the same lick. After I get caught, that lick is dead. Like as you can see, the Rolex that's dead. Then check it. Okay, that's dead. Now I want to go full time with the weed when I get out this time. So me and my boy Ant would bring me the weed over to the Blues. Right. I'm still at the Blues, so I parole back to the Blues. I'm selling my little dub sacks, and then it started with his sister. I send her a pound. Right, I sent her 1 pound. So I send the pound to Atlanta, and then she's just like, okay, boom, she's sending the money back. So we do this till I get to about 10 pounds. When I get to about 10 pounds, she like, I'm just gonna hook you up with my boyfriend because I just, like I'm tired of it. Like I'm in school, I'm at Clark, I'm trying to graduate. I don't have time to be selling this weed and shit for you. After that, it was like no looking back after that. You know what I mean? So it's like we stood in the weed next day, getting the money next day. Like,
so when you get
literally.
to Atlanta, you there for a little second, right?
Yeah.
You find yourself coming across some of your East Side buddies, is it safe to say, and they happen to be affiliated with
the BMFs.
Okay.
Right. So when I'm coming out there, first I start. Remember, I'm on parole.
Shout out my other boy too, man. But we ain't gonna talk too much.
Man,
about
how many
Yeah,
pounds,
then rest in peace, Marky D.
how many pounds were you shipping at the height of all this per month?
I would say like 100 a day.
100 a day?
As far as like mail goes, yeah.
Holy shit. And you weren't sending people on driving missions as well? It was all through the mail?
No, this all through the mail.
Like we said, and also we're saying when there's only OG and there's
when it's not it's easier to sell. See, right now a person probably can't pull this off. Because the reason why you can't pull it off, because now it's all this fucking pull and dick and pussy shit with what kind do you have? And let me see all 1,000 different flavors. But this is strictly pillows of AZ.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So this is straight pillows.
Either it's gonna be lime green or it's not. It's gonna have that popcorn. It's gonna sell.
And you didn't need and the crazy part about back then, you didn't need that much money to start with. Like, say if you got you a 10-pack for $6,000, right?
$600 a pound.
$600 a pound, right? It's going to be gone as soon as it touches. So you only originally needed $6,000 because the money is going to come back the next day.
He might have sold my
$4,000.
First 10-pack for me.
You feel what I'm saying? Like during that time.
If you're getting it for $600 over here, how much are we selling it?
1,000. So you're making $4,000. So you put your $4,000 up. So off that 6,000, you can really make $20,000 a week profit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Monday through Friday, next day in it, getting your $4,000, putting it up. So you just made 80,000, and all you originally had was $6,000 because your money's coming back the next day. Right. So you didn't need $1 million to make $1 million.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like that was like the irony and a good part of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with your affiliation, I mean, I know you're not affiliated. We by family, but with the BMFs, how did that with you living the lifestyle with the fur coats and the you know what I mean?
It really, when you look back at it, as I wrote the book and as I like stepped back and look, I was like, damn, it really turns your brain out, the shit that the beach and shit was doing, right? Because it's making you chase. You got the mansions, they all spending. I'm not a throw money at the strip club type of person, but even just keeping up, you're trying to spend $3,000-$4,000 that you're not. He's throwing $30,000-$40,000 back then. You feel what I'm saying? Like it looked so unbelievable. It was so unbelievable. One night they came out here with Jeezy. This is in my book. They came out with Jeezy. We went to Barbie Coast. Out here in this era, this is not no strip club era. So he went to Barbie Coast. He got $4,000 at once. This is when Rocket first got his first deal. It was from Rocket BMF. Got signed this night on Playing We the Mob. He throws the ones. They don't even have 4 more thousand ones for him to buy, for Jeezy to buy. He gets the 4,000 ones. They got to sweep up all the ones that he just threw, and he has to buy those back from the strippers to throw some more ones.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that bad. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, coming from Atlanta where they're throwing this shit like it's water.
Who made the introduction? I didn't know if you were about to say something. Now, who was it that made the introduction for you to Big Meech and to the?
Well, I already worked at the car wash. Fox Car Wash is where they started the movie Car Wash, and that's Big Wayne and them, right? So Big Wayne was the person who gave me to connect. So shout out Big Wayne too.
You were
Big
working
Wayne.
at the car wash in Atlanta?
No, this is as a kid.
This
is probably like 16, 17.
So
like this back when Meech had the ducktail.
Yeah, when he was coming down here with the ducktail. I met Meech back then with the ducktail, fucking with my uncles. Well, my uncles in the streets from West Boulevard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So this back then. So when I come out there, and Mark is already at this time, he's already like a lieutenant. So Mark is Baby Blue, rest in peace. Right. So this is my boy. So he's already a lieutenant from this, and I'm just seeing like, damn, he's like, yeah, Meech took me through college, and he done went and graduated, and I'm like, damn, it's like a organized. He done went to college and changed his whole life and all this type of shit. And we're at 112, and he bring me on stage and shit with Fab and everybody, and we just chilling, and everybody popping out. I'm like, this shit is like, it was like it was a whole nother game, and right, and then Twin. And I'm from the east side, so I'm just seeing twins. Shout out Twin, both twins. You feel what I'm saying? So just to see them, and now they're doing good, and they got chains on, and they're chilling, they're out,
Twin
living it up. You know, it was like a different to see them in this light.
Twin now the vice president of
Motown
Records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He went from the east side to always been on Coach K's side. He might even started.
I seen Coach the other day.
Yeah, Coach K been around. See, Coach
boy.
K started with Jeezy.
Right.
And then
went to Gucci, right?
That's crazy, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So you get tapped in with BMF. So what's that start to look like business-wise? Because they already got their own thing.
They already got their own thing going.
Involved?
I'm more like, I want to let me have fun and chill. If I can make some money with y'all, cool. But my program that we already got is already working. Right? So we already got Atlanta going. You feel what I'm saying? He's there. Him and P, we got it cracking. We got it cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's already going. So we really don't, it's easier for us to not even get involved and not even worry about getting involved and if it's going to be an indictment or whatever, and to have fun, because the fun that you're going to have and what I'm bringing to the table is that I already got my own cars, my own jewelry, my own shit. So it's like, I don't need, so it's easier for them to call and say, pull up. I'm not another person that's needing anything. You see what I'm saying? I just want to just party and just chill, really. You see what I'm saying?
You just want to party and chill, but like, how does that make you part of the business? Like, how do you actually really start to, like, what do they want you to do, or how do you go into business with them?
You could just do a couple of little weed deals. Like, say if you at the trap and you want to pull up and you want to get 40, I got weed too. You feel what I'm saying?
Everybody from BMF wasn't selling drugs.
You feel what I'm saying? So
it's
not like how everybody thought. It's like you don't even see the drugs being sold.
Yeah, you never see what's going on.
That's all behind the scenes.
That.
That's all behind the scenes.
It was more like BMF Entertainment, like it's YSL, a label or a gang. It more was like a label for us than it was a gang. Like the people that was willing and dealing, they really tried to keep a low profile. And then if you were trying to will and deal, the least smart, the dumbest shit you could do is try to affiliate yourself with them at that time, like the
Exactly.
05, 04, 05, 06, because that's when shit was getting hot already. So you go sell a brick and you just sell a brick, but if a motherfucker catch you with 9 ounces, you can get caught with a brick and the DA might reject your case out there. And you get caught with 9 ounces with a BMF tat, you'll be in a federal block at a certain point. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was really hard on, because, like, even when I started kicking it more, like, every day with Twin, and I'm like, I'm finna get the BMF shit. He like, nah, you get the death before dishonor or something. He like, nigga, remember they was taking everybody.
I
to
always
jail.
see that on your arm right here.
Yeah.
That was from that era?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what that was from, because that was another one of Meech's quotes.
Right.
The death before dishonor shit. So they were like detaining motherfuckers just for having, like, when it was
when
up,
like it was up.
When it was
you know what I mean?
up.
See, you have to really be in Atlanta and really be out there to see the like this one, you know, is big though. Like, literally, we're in Visions. It's Jay-Z is in there with Beyonce. Jay-Z's in the thing. They said Jay-Z literally probably like 3 times, and they said Big Meech's name probably like 40 times all night. Like, Big Meech is in the building. Like, you know, it was a difference. It was like Atlanta was the home of the trappers. Like, it was like they showed the trappers more love than all the rappers and artists.
And
like, when we in a section, you know, it'd be Missy Elliott and all. They're down there below with us when you standing in a section. Like, you know, so it's like the trappers was up here in Atlanta, and then the rappers out here. So out here, it's the actors and the celebrities are up here, and then you looking down at the trappers.
See,
you know what I mean? Like, that was the different about the culture out there.
And I'm a firm believer that everything would have been smooth, like the drug dealing was smooth, but when them bodies start turning up, allegedly when those bodies start turning up, that's when it got hot out there. Like, when people start dying over certain stuff and they connecting the shooters to the BMFs and all that, and it's like senseless shootings going on, and you know what I mean? That's when the police came, and I'm telling you, they were taking everybody to jail. Like, they, with a BMF tat, they had the right to hold you for, like, what was it, 72 hours? They could hold you a weekend or something just to question you, wait for the feds.
Then they put my boy Mark, you know what I mean, put him to rest well. I liked it the way that, you know, like the funeral went, how they came in. It was, you know, they made it real mob style in L.A. at Angela Funeral Home. Though it was, you know, Meech's mom spoke and everybody walked in. They surrounded the whole shit with the BMF, pulled up in the bus. You know what I mean? I poured out all the way from, out the Phantom. I poured out liquor all the way from Angela Funeral Home all the way to Forest Line for my boy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Damn. So, okay, you start doing stuff with BMF or whatever. Does that lead to you getting caught up, or how does that proceed?
No, because I'm not certified as like doing my business with them.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm already got my flow of money already coming in, so it's just cool that I can be an honorary member, or I can kick it, and I can get to go to everywhere that everybody can go to without having the trail of going to jail. You feel what I'm saying? At that time.
And they're not threatened by that, because aren't they selling the same drugs that you're selling?
They're selling weed. I mean, they're selling dope.
Yeah, but so they weren't doing weed business at all?
Nah, the people that they wanted to keep around and not get in trouble, they like when I was around, they preferred you to do weed at that time because it was getting hot with the dope. Everybody wasn't selling. That's why I'm like, it was all type of motherfuckers.
Everybody was around.
Scammers and all that.
Scammers,
it was rappers,
it's celebrities. It's, you know, once you go to the house and be at the mansion and chilling, you know, all kind of.
The numbers weren't ran mafia style. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, everybody that's doing something, we're not all pitching it in to the mafia, like in like Italian mobs and Mexican mobs and shit like that. It was just like a mob of black people that all got along, all balled together, and all of this. The people that was handling the business, I don't know how they was taking numbers. Well, I do, but don't. You get what I'm saying? And they were doing their thing. Not everybody in the mob was committing a crime. But going on, what led to you going to jail though? Like, what business did you associate yourself with that? Because this is to me, it's interesting how the fuck you even went to jail. It's
really once you start with the weed, what happens is you start to get a trail. The hardest thing about the weed is the money.
Right.
Getting the money back. So my boy Ant get caught with the $200,000 at the airport, because if you try to bring it back at one time, then boom, it
gets to be too much to ship it. So then you got to have a driver to drive the money, and that's a whole pain in the ass.
The money is the biggest problem. Getting the weed there is not the easiest part, but that's like the best part. Right. So now you got to shrink the money. So now you got to know the people at the bank, because when you're getting the money, it's all in fucking these 20s and these 10s. You feel what I'm saying? So now you got to shrink it. So now we're paying the people at the bank to shrink it. You're putting the money in the accounts. So that's leaving a trail, right? So you got to put, 9,000 in your checking, 9,000 in your savings, right? So you can get back 18. I can get 18 back in yours, and I can get 18 back in yours. So shout out Evelyn and Natalia. You feel what I'm saying? So my co-defendant is Evelyn LaChapelle and Natalia Wade, and I would get back $36,000. So I laundered $4 million with them. You feel what I'm saying? Of just getting that back every day. But they worked at the bank, so it was kind of like a slap in the face to the bank, right? So you're getting the money back like that, but that causes the trail. So when the people that start telling and snitching, right? Because we've gotten away scot-free, it's over. We've already sold all the weed. We got all the money back. Now you don't want to do your time because you just got caught, right? So the person doesn't want to do his time. He gets caught. I go out my way because I don't know that you're telling because I'm just a real nigga. So I'm letting bygones be bygones. And I come back and say, you know what? Let me just go write you, send you some money on your books. But I just gave you my address by doing that. And meanwhile, he gave that to the feds and built the case. Next thing you know, the feds is at my door. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you could try to be a friend, you could try to be a real nigga. It's like that shit can cost you in the end, too. It could cost you the game.
Wait, so the feds got your address because you wrote him and he decided to put the blame. Okay, so is that all that you want to talk about from your cases, or
we could talk? No, my case is like open.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. All right,
saying?
so how did they even pin you to what state was this out of?
It started being out of North Carolina. So we branched off to North Carolina. So they didn't even. They added the Atlanta on there with Big C, but they didn't they didn't have no information because I'm the only one that can give you information from Atlanta. That's why he's still free today.
Yeah. So all right. So outside of that, right? The dude that went to jail, he was actually more involved in what was going on than. Was it like a CMB thing? Like I don't want to guide your case.
I know, but let me tell you how vicious it can.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
No. What
are you asking? What is CMB?
No, listen. I don't want to guide him into something that he don't want to talk about because me knowing him.
He got pardoned. It's good, right?
All right. So is the dude that went to jail? He was actually one of the main heads of the case that brought you in.
That already got caught dead bang. The reason why I even was getting money in North Carolina, I wasn't even getting no money in North Carolina. We was originally getting money in North Carolina, and we stopped, and then he came back with that he's going to do all the work. So all I had to do was get the money back. That's how I got the girls involved. You're going to sell all the weed. All I need to do is get the money back. I'm like, hell yeah.
But he was an informant all along?
No, he's not an informant all along, but he might as well be in because he went and told him every single nick and cranny once he got caught. You feel what I'm saying? Like once he got caught, he started the whole case, the whole indictment, and they came and picked me, the girls up, and everybody got.
Say you're Adam, right?
Got it.
Your name's Adam, and we have a no jumper plug. So Adam goes to North Carolina, and he's cracking. I'm Brick Baby. All right.
Okay.
So
easy to imagine.
I work for Adam.
No, also, just describing reality and being like, "Here, how about this?"
But it's drugs though. So,
right. Yeah.
All right. So look, when I work for you, and I don't work for you, but I work with you. Whatever the case is, bam, you get caught. So now you really had a whole lot of emotion going on during this case, like most of it. I'm just here, there. I'm really a ghost. So when you get to jail, you like, you know what? I was just working for Brick Baby. Like Brick Baby's the man. The reason I'm in jail is Brick Baby. Brick Baby's the one with the females that got the money. I'm just working for him. He's sending me out of town to go do all this shit. Meanwhile, you're living in a fucking mansion, hanging off the cliff of the fucking. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was. Living.
We actually had a mansion together. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then Buscar came with the thing.
Happened. Yeah, I know what happened.
But it was kind of crazy that. First of all, why do you want to even stop some shit like this? It's like it was like taking candy from a baby at this time. Like if I am locked up, keep this shit going. Like this shit is like, it's like water. You feel what I'm saying? And as you get leveled up more in the game, you're gonna meet more people. You're gonna have the FedEx people bring you the shit to the spot, the UPS people. You know what I mean? You're gonna buy them too, because now everybody's being bought. So you're taking it all the way to this level. And then boom, he crushes. So at the time, I'm thinking like, all right, you come pick me up for this shit. The feds come. At the end of the day, it's marijuana. I'm not thinking you get life. You feel what I'm saying?
I got word when I was on the street that the 2 women that you did go to trial with, that they tried to influence them to.
Yeah, and they still, shout out to them, man. Shout out Evelyn and Talia. They still stay down. Like, why the same people that.
But explain it, though, because they don't know what I know. So that's like the answers. Let them know so that, you know what I'm saying?
So they're on the street, never pissed on the sidewalk, never committed a crime a day in their life. They're offering them, you don't even have to come to jail. If you testify against Corvain Cooper, you don't even have to go to trial. You don't have to do no jail. They're like, hell no, we going to trial. They from Oakland. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, we're going to trial with him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hell no, we ain't taking no time. They can get probation. You feel what I'm saying? If they testify and do the same thing that the men did that I was getting the money with and that I grew up with, and they all testify. So imagine I'm sitting right next there to them with people that we got the same fucking tattoos on our back. You feel what I'm saying? I got prices on my back because I'm like, I can't be bought. You feel what I'm saying? And here he is. He's on the thing, on the stage, and he just got bought by the feds. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't be bought at no cost. You feel me?
And so how does the trial go, and how do you end up getting life? Because I don't think anybody has ever really heard of somebody getting life for weed. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing out.
Right, but free the guys, free Parker Coleman, and free the guys
so
behind
you
the wall.
Got that's still locked up for the same thing.
On the same case. Parker Coleman's on the same case. So at 40 tons, we speak for the voiceless. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we speak for the people that can't speak for themselves, because people, as if you said that, that's why we do the career fairs and stuff like that, because no one knows that people are still locked up. Yeah. Like, no one even knows.
Especially in this world today where weed is so much less of a big deal. And
like, they still thinking, like, people just got locked up. We got a dude that we're advocating for now, Don't Say Now. If you go on our site on 40tons.co, you'll see all the people that we're advocating for that have time right now. He was a lawyer that was selling weed on the side in Pittsburgh. You see what I'm saying? And he just got 5 years and went to trial. So you can imagine his record had to have been squeaky clean. Right. So, like, it's still going on today, and that's why we want to bring awareness to people. You can go to jail right now. Right now, if Brick was selling weed, right, and he went out of town, in the conspiracy started, he's selling it in Texas, and now you just sent, all you had to do was send Brick $5,000 on his Cash App, and they're gonna say that $5,000 went to the weed. Now you're in the conspiracy. Now it's a whole
officer. That was for podcasting.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
officer, you got me fucked up.
No,
it's crossed my mind.
So it's like, it's kind of crazy.
Crossed my mind.
You know what I mean?
Not with you, with other people.
Yeah. So so people have to understand what's going on and about the game, because if you don't have the knowledge, like, first of all, you got to get your record expunged. That's why we get your record expunged at all our conferences. Because if I had 1 pound of weed that I got caught with and some bottle of lean, right? So those are 2 strikes. If you have any 2 drug felonies right now, there's 3 strikes in the Fed for that 3rd one. I don't
what
care
if we're on 6 drugs at one time?
That's 3 strikes and you're done. You know what I mean? You can't
old school brick baby heads. You know what I mean? Will know what I'm talking about.
Yes, bro.
No, this is bro for real. This is not. I know everything. This is nothing that you can surprise me with.
Just for the fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how did the trial go?
So in the middle of the trial, you seeing them get up there. It's hurting.
From the start.
From the start. Okay. All right. First, they're threatening. Right, they're gonna threaten you all the way to the last second. They're gonna be like, if you don't do this, or this will happen. My connect in Atlanta, right? I have a phone conversation calling my mom saying, like, tell him just, man, tell him that the lawyer's 40 bands. I need 15 more bands. I got 25 bands towards the lawyer. So I'm like, I told her to call Big C and whoop whoop and get the 15 bands. But this is on the jail phone. Right, so on the jail phone, they're gonna replay this right before the thing. Like, okay, he's a fugitive at this time. So they're like, you're harboring a fugitive. If you know where to get the 15 bands, then guess what? You know where he's at, right? So my daughter's mom at the time told me, right? So I'll write him a letter. I'm trying to be as real as I can possibly be. So I'll write him a letter to his brother's house and tell him, get gone. Don't talk to nobody from LA. Get ghost. This is all going to be in my PSI, and this is all going to be documented as harboring and fugitives. I'm going to get 4 more counts and 4 more points for involving in a federal investigation. I write the dude that I say that he's my brother. I tell him, you don't have to worry about me. It's death before dishonor. She's telling me, but on some like dick and pussy shit, like he tried to get at her. But I'm like, fuck some dick and pussy shit right now. Like, I want to tell bro that if he paid taxes on the money, then he won't get the money laundering. So I write him a letter. He ends up giving the letter to the feds. So death before dishonor is considered as a threat.
Wait, who did that? Oh, Yo Boy.
Yeah,
in jail.
No. Oh, boy did that.
The-
From the east side did that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like says now. I don't want him to get no
Nah.
publicity. Yeah, he gave the letter to the. This is in black and white. You feel what I'm saying? So he gives the letter to the feds and reads it at the trial. After she told me not to write him no letter, but I'm like, hell no, I'm always gonna be a real nigga. So I write. So what's called get his letter. So he get his letter, and boom, he gone fugitive. You feel what I'm saying? So he gets to get going on the case. So at this time, they're threatening me with this, like, and you're doing this, and you're writing letters, and you're involved, you're messing with our trial. We're gonna give you life, right? I'm like, bro, you can't give me no fucking life, no fucking weed. I'm
Oh
from
no,
LA,
I thought you was
man.
talking about the fat dude. All right, go ahead.
No. So now I go down there, I get locked up with the fat dude. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the part that's crazy. So as soon as we get down there, before the trial even starts, we only been down there for 5 days, and they're like, you're already cooperating. We just got down here. We just been handcuffed from LA to Ocilla. You got to stop at this place called Ocilla. It's crazy. So you got to stop at Ocilla, and to make it in North Carolina, you're going to be chained up, and you got to get on planes chained up to your feet, to your thing. So imagine being locked up and y'all talking about this all the way there. And then when you get there, you cooperate. You're looking like, that wasn't the plan that we've been together for fucking 4 days.
Right.
To get down here. How did the plan just shift? You feel what I'm saying? So to see everybody shift like that, and I'm just like, now mind me, you're in North Carolina, you're not getting visits, you're in a whole jail in a whole city that I've never even been to. Right. So I've never even been here. Only person I'm in there with is somebody that just went to trial, and he went to trial. That was Parker Coleman. He was the one on Turtle in them case. It's tied to our case, right?
Yeah.
So he's on the case, and he just went to trial, and he just got 60 years.
Jesus.
Right. So right in front of the same judge, in front of the same person. So you're like, damn, I'm up next. And they already gave out a demo, and he just got 60. You feel what I'm saying? So Parker Coleman just got 60. Now I'm up next, and I'm like, hell no, you got to give it all to me. I'm not. I look like taking 20, 25 years
that's
for
what
some
I was
weed.
about to
You
say.
feel what I'm
What
saying?
type of deal did they offer?
They had already gave some of them like 19 to 20. See, I'm not knowing this. This is a fact that people need to learn about the feds. I didn't know. I thought that if you had 19 to 22 years, I'm thinking, okay, you're real. You got this 19, 22 years. I didn't know that you can tail off your years. I didn't know that.
Off?
Like, or say he's in jail. The dude that originally got caught got 19 years, right? So when he's building the case on us, he's calling back and getting Rule 35s and doing all that to build another case.
What's
to
the Rule
knock
35?
off. He's trying to knock off his time. So he's going to give the feds another case. He's already sentenced to 19 years. And a person can right now say, wait a minute, I don't want to do my time. Brick, what the fuck it is? He on no jumper. He thinking he making money now. He thinking he what's called Adam. I'm finna get him involved. I know some shit that Brick did. And now as long as it's under the statute of limitations, you feel what I'm saying? It's a 7-year statute of limitations on certain crimes. He can get you involved in his crime on the 6th year. You feel what I'm saying? Like my boy Ant got caught in it. He was out of the conspiracy for, I think, 4 or 5 years and almost made it to the end. And it still was like, nope, fuck it. We just bring him in. We don't care about him having honors and graduating for no college, none of that shit. They took his fucking foundation and all that. So a person that's sitting in jail right now today, this is what the people need to know. They can involve you. If they're in the feds and they don't want to do their time no more, they can lock you into their crime and they can make you do their time.
And how much do they?
And they can trade their time off you. It's like it's the stupidest shit of all time. Like you're taking a criminal off the street to put him back on the street to put me in jail. Like that's kind of like the wackest shit the United States have ever came up with.
What I'm saying is, how much time do they get per person off their sentence?
Like it depends. Like now at trial, he got the whole 9. He was down. He got like 10 or 11 years. Kind of got time served. So for me getting life, and he got immediately out of jail. You see what I'm saying? Now, because like, all right, now if he just he might got to tell on like 5 or 6 people, and it has to turn into a conviction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like they have to get a conviction out of it.
Yeah.
So by them going to trial, it's like boom, everybody gets to get out because now they're trading all of them for me, and now the state gets me with the life sentence and take all of them out. After they got caught with the weed, all these people got caught dead bang. Right? I'm not caught dead bang doing shit, but getting caught dead bang not doing shit in the feds makes you the leader. because now you organize the girls to get the money. Now you organize weed because they don't have anything physical evidence on you but somebody pointing a finger. So it's really better just to get caught with the shit, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you end up taking it to trial and going the whole way with it, and you end up like what was the moment like when you got sentenced and you got the full 100 years or the full life sentence actually?
It's like it's a cold moment in history because what happens is you're just like, you really have no more faith in the system at this point.
Right.
Like at this point, you're just like, damn, you gave me life. Are we off of what someone said?
In the back of your
You
head,
see what I'm
you're
saying?
thinking that you're gonna. There's no way that this could really happen, right?
No, it just can't.
Yeah.
The only physical evidence you have is another criminal, right? You have another criminal saying that I committed a crime with a worse record than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the evidence that you have.
Right.
Give me 12 in a box. You have the arresting officers and the investigating officers got on stand in black and white. Have you ever seen Mr. Cooper sell any marijuana? No. Have you ever seen Mr. Cooper in North Carolina? No. Have you ever seen Mr. Cooper in Charlotte? No. There's no further questions, Your Honor.
And you thought that was?
I thought that's it. I mean, these are both Beaver and whatever his name is. These are the investigating officer that has been investigating the 40 tons case for the last 5 to 6 years. You've never seen Mr. Cooper. The money got deposited in the girl's accounts. So no money has been deposited in this account from this conspiracy, right? No weed has been touched. I'm not at fucking FedEx or UPS shooting any boxes. What crime have I committed?
And
You're talking about I organized some crime. Where those are the people that said that I organized
And
it?
you didn't get $4 million cash when you came to the house or any drugs, right?
You don't have none of that. You don't even know that I got. You actually don't know that actually at the time of the crime I'm selling lean and I got fucking 16 or 17 or 16 gallons. I forgot how many gallons that's in the refrige at this time because you're not thinking about looking in the refrige.
You had lean by the gallon.
By the gallons at the time.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So
Lean,
they not knowing that the game has even switched. Like weed has started already. By the time you come in to get me, it's already playing out. You feel what I'm saying? It's already playing out as the fact of like people are not trying to smoke Arizona no more. They're trying to smoke exotic. And exotic is just, if you seeing 10 pounds exotic right now today, you might sell 4 of them without no complaints. And then it's like, oh, I want this one to be like this one. And like, I need to smoke it first. You never went through this with AZ.
It was just weed was
Just buy the weed, you got the money, that's it. It's no,
As long as it ain't brown, it's good.
it's good. It's like it just needed to be green weed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you could sell more and do numbers. It's no way in the world I don't think a person can sell 40 tons in this era right now.
Right. Okay. So then you get locked up. You're in prison.
Yeah.
And are you working on an appeal this whole time, or trying to figure out something?
So first, shout out Patrick McGuire, my attorney. He never gave up on me. So we hired him. We fired our other attorney, and this was my appeal attorney, right? So once the money started getting low, we gave him the 25. He's like, no, I'm getting you home. So we got denied, and we just kept going. We even went to, I was like the campaign for Prop 64 as they got legal in California. So I got the Prop 64, Prop 47. I got both of my records expunged. That's why I'm big on people getting their record expunged. So now I'm coming to the table as just sentence me without the convictions. And the most you can probably give me is 10. I've already been down 7. So you give me time, sir, I'll be gone. That gets denied. So we go to the Supreme. We make it to the Supreme Court. We're arguing. We're going. Now Trump is coming in office in 2016. I just got denied from Obama for the clemency. So we're doing another push. Now the push is getting a little bigger. He signs the change.org. It makes it all the way to 156,000 signatures. I have tons and tons of marijuana groups. I got Brittany K. Barnett and the Buried Alive Project, and a lot of I got LPP and a lot of people helping out. My boy Anna's on Clubhouse, right? So I do Nas does a documentary for me on BET that just really broke during the Hip Hop Awards. It's called Smoking in Black America, right? This is during the Hip Hop Awards. Yeah. After that, Complex, I do Business of Drugs. I'm on episode 5 of Netflix. I did Complex, National Geographic. These are all things that I'm doing behind the wall.
And these are all helping to increase the awareness
of the awareness of the case. Like, oh, this guy's in there for marijuana. So now the case, so in jail, I'm getting 20, 30 letters a day. Alice Johnson in the right, that's the person Kim Kardashian got out, and she helped get my shit to Trump too, as well as with
Who was on Vlad? I watched his thing. Yeah.
Right. So everything is going well. Nangelo's too, and I don't want to forget anybody, but Sherry Sikar was the first person with a free Corvain poster. So they're going to the White House. They're getting the SIGs. Everything's working, but at the time, Trump going through some shit.
Right.
So I'm looking like the person that I'm depending on to sign it to get home. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a push like this. I'm not. Nas documentary on BT, all this shit. Like, you know, it's gonna be hard to do this on the next time around for everybody to get back amped and back everybody for the push. So that's making me nervous. And now Trump has got the fucking shit going on in the White House. Trump got cases. Trump's not paying his taxes. Trump this, Trump this, Trump this. So I'm like, fuck, I know Trump likes real motherfuckers. And at the time, we just made it to the front page of New York Times, me and my attorney, how you're going to let everyone out and leave Corvain Cooper in there, but you went and got your friends out. So this is like right before he's finna get out of office. So we make New York Times. And I'm like, okay, Trump, I need you right now. But all day was going on. They let, Harry O out. So that's like my uncle. So shout out Harry O. So this is like on the last day.
Harry O, and Harry O is the person who started Death Row.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like, you see Kodak name, you see Lil Wayne getting his. Right. So their name is on the bottom of the ticker. We're on lockdown. We've been on lockdown because remind me, I'm at Pollock. I'm at one of the third worst prisons in the world. Right. I'm in Louisiana where I've seen 7 murders and maybe like 6 suicides and
murders
tons
like
of
inmate on inmate or
inmate standing over getting stabbed and fucking knocked down.
So you're seeing crazy ass shit during your time locked up.
Oh no, the feds is a whole nother ball game that we can get on. Like it's the things that you witness in here is a person cutting in line got stabbed in his fucking neck. So when you get out, and I went to fucking Walmart and the person cutting in line, you're like, damn, you get killed for that type of shit.
And how many years did you do before you got pardoned?
Really 9. So 8 in the feds and then 1 in the state.
Wow.
Right. So now we're to the last seconds. It's fucking 11:30. My name is not on CNN. It's not on NPR. I'm screaming down like, man, you see my name on the thing? I'm listening to NPR to see if my name hit the thing, and I got the biggest push. The push was so big that in the feds, they watched this shit on every TV. The BET documentary was on lockdown. So to have the whites to have it on their TV and the Mexicans have it on their TV, this shit gets you killed. This shit is some serious shit. You feel what I'm saying? They're not even supposed to stop at BET.
But they're rooting for you because they just want to see you get out.
They
even
wanted
though
to see me out. I'm cool in the dorm. I got the ticket. I'm carrying myself like a man in here because everybody's gonna be on man time.
It said they're not even supposed to stop at BET.
They're not supposed to stop at BET. And in the feds, the racial shit is serious. So as far as the TV goes, but the Mexican and Paisa TV and the white boys TV, stopping and watching a whole 2-hour documentary on what fucking. I got a 30-minute segment. I got the biggest segment on there. So it's a 30-minute segment. So they're
Is it like that for other shit where the blacks can't stop the TV on fucking Telemundo?
You're just not gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Like,
you know what I mean? Like now, the blacks are different because they might want to see some bitches. You know what I'm saying? So we big, they shaking hoes. We might watch it for 30 minutes, but it's different for different races. So
True.
We get to the last 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck it, man. When I wake up in the morning, I don't see my name on the thing, right? So we go in the showers, but in there you got to get handcuffed to go to the shower when you're on lockdown. So I'm coming down. I'll never forget this dude from DC screamed out. He was like, my boy Marquis screamed out. He said, man, just keep your head up, man. You got Pollock, Louisiana, man. They slow on the paperwork, bro. You got this shit. I look to the left. This nigga Biden is getting inaugurated in, and Trump is getting on the helicopter. It's not like he's going to sign it when he's getting on the helicopter. He's getting inaugurated in, and Trump is leaving on the helicopter waving by.
Yeah.
So I get back. I'm in the cell maybe like after the shower, maybe like 30 minutes. They like, counselor on the range. Now, the counselor don't give 2 fucks about you on a lockdown. We're in a fucking 3-month lockdown. Mm-hmm. So they said the counselor on the range, and now he coming up towards the thing. They like, counselor on the range, counselor on the range. Man, he unlocked that fucking, mind we just fucking took a shower. We can't even fucking take a shower without your shit being handcuffed. He unlocks the door and opens the door, man. Like, you got 5 minutes to roll your shit up, man. You out of here. It was like, it was the most like, unbearable shit of all time. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was, you drop all the shit at the time, and there, you know, if anybody look at the pictures of me in the pen, I got the biggest chain on, I got the Cardis, I got all. I'm still keeping the same demeanor, so I'm giving that to my niggas and just walking around and just telling people walk by faith, not by sight, bro. And you know, I just break down and just, you know, knock on everybody's door and tell them I'm out here and I'm gonna represent.
So, like, politically, what did Trump have to gain by pardoning you? Like, what do you think his motivation
Ivanka,
was?
my mom said Ivanka said he liked that I had daughters, you know, he liked that I didn't snitch, you know, and you feel me? He wrote me a letter, you know what I mean? And I got a letter from Ivanka and him. You feel what I'm saying? So like, it's like Trump hates a snitch, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He hates a snitch and he likes to stand up good, and he doesn't feel that the crime met the time. So you got to understand, I still got a clemency. I'm still trying to get a pardon. So I got a clemency, and what I want people to know by, you know, man, I bought the statement, I trademarked this. Clemency is better than the lottery, is because like you can get money and then you can go broke, but getting your freedom back is just a whole nother feeling in with itself. So it's like I'm trying to do something. That's why I used the same 40 tons that it took me down to me and my boy Ant to start this company and to start to do something positive with the same thing that took me down. I wanted to use that same shit to bring me back up.
Damn. So you get pardoned.
Yeah.
And
clemency, I'm still trying to get a pardon.
Let
me tell everybody
the difference.
The clemency is the crime don't fit the time, so I'm still on 10 years paper. You feel what I'm saying? Even with everything I did, you're still on 10 years paper. I still can't go out the country. I still can't do this. I still can't do it. I can't even own the company by myself. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't even, I have to call my parole officer to go to, right now we're in ease.com, right? So we're on all these websites. We're in 64 and Hope. We're in Catalyst. We're in all these different, we're in 59 stores, right? And we're about to go to Oklahoma and New York. And even though that we're in these stores and we're doing these things, I still have to get permission to go be around the plant. You know, so the pardon is you've been totally forgiven about the crime and you can go do whatever the fuck you want. It's like it's never happened. The only thing that happened was the loss of time that you had. So
Trump wanted to pardon you. It's just you have to go through this process beforehand, or how does it work?
No, he could have just pardoned us, right? But he did the clemency instead and let go me and a few other marijuana offenders. And you know we're thankful for getting our life back. You feel what I'm saying? And free Trump. You feel what I'm saying? You're fucking with Trump right now.
Got indicted again.
You know
today.
what I mean? He got indicted again today. So free the motherfucker that freed me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So free him.
I can feel why he hates a snitch too. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he commits so many crimes.
Yeah, they telling on him left and right.
Left and right. They keep telling on him. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know.
Right. We've definitely never had a president who probably committed as many crimes as Trump. There might be a few close calls.
They got caught.
They got caught.
That's because they let such a regular guy in the office. It's not like he's been trained his whole life in politics. Like he probably paid attention. He's never been like crawled his way up.
He was just trying to make money his whole life. He wasn't thinking like, oh, I have to remain respectable enough to be impressive as a politician.
Yeah.
He was like you. He was just trying to get in where he could fit in.
He knew how to market himself.
Except he was born with enough money that he could start legitimate businesses. He didn't have to get it out the mud.
Yeah, he had to climb out and had to.
But then he still chose to break the law.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Trump. But okay, so once you actually get out though, what becomes the focus of your life? Because I know you do a lot of work to try to get like weed prisoners out and everything, but then you're also just doing business and everything. Like how do you get back to it?
So now at the start, it was like, you know, it was a lot at the time when I got out, because now I got to be a father, and you got to get back, and you got bills, and LA is one of the most expensive places to live in, right? So I had to figure out like, all right, why did God pick me, right? And I got the last part, and I got the last one out of everybody, right? So like I said, how can I turn this minus into a plus? So by turning this minus into a plus, the first thing that I did was like, while I was already in prison, I had my partner start the 40 tons. So we was already starting a movement on some old, just to bring a knowledge, right, to the case, and bring a knowledge to the 40 tons to bounce off of all the things, the complex, the BET, to bounce off all of that, to start the brand, right? So I will wake up to a guy getting sentenced 40 tons of marijuana. I will wake up to that newspaper clipping every day. I had it on my bunk. I said, I'm gonna turn that shit around. So I said, I'm gonna call this shit 40 tons, right? I'm gonna call the company 40 tons. And I'm gonna use the same shit they used against me to take my life. I'm gonna use that to try to have one of the biggest brands. But in order for me to do that, I have to do something different than all the brands are doing, because everybody fucking has a brand, right? And everybody's fucking selling weed. So I had to do something where a percentage of my stuff goes straight to the prisoner, right? So we just did Canna Christmas. We raised $9,000 to put on people's books that have cannabis crimes, right? So we have a site. If you go to 40tons.co and then you buy their T-shirt on our site, that money, 100% of those proceeds go to their book. So as big as we get as a brand, they're going to get big with us and have their own brand within us, right? So they're going to have their own stuff going on as you buy their product and buy their T-shirt to free them. That's going straight to their books and straight to their commissary. So we had to do something different and really speak for the voices, because we start seeing brands say free the trappers, but then like free the trappers, you don't even know the trappers. We have a whole list of everybody that's locked up currently for marijuana, and they call my phone every single day, and we write to them and make sure that they're straight. And that's our job.
So, like, can you pay for your lawyer off your books from the feds? Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
What's the max you can have on your books? 'Cause
99,000 is the most that you can have on your books in the feds. I made it to like 40. That was like my top was like 40 bands. Yeah. Then you get it on a card when you get out. When you get out, you get it on a card. You feel what I'm saying?
So where did you keep your money while you were locked up that you were able to have people helping you out like that? Because don't the feds at a certain point try to confiscate all your funds and everything, I would assume?
They're going to take all their money out their safe deposit box. They're taking everything. You're going to be stripped. You're going to start
everything
from
they
nothing.
know about.
Everything that they know about, they're going to take right now. Like, they're going to come in the house. They're going to tell you, whatever you got hanging right there. Safe deposit box, they took all my jewelry. You feel what I'm saying? They take all your clothes. Not your clothes. They take your money, right, that's in there. They're going to freeze your bank account. You feel what I'm saying? So everything is going to stop as far as money-wise. So now you're going to have to fucking scramble, right? So you're going to have to scramble for lawyer fees. You're going to have to scramble for this. So everything that I hustled in the Fed. I traded stocks in the Feds. I learned, even when I wrote my book, I read 100 to 200 autobiographies. So I used the Feds as like school, right? So like, even with his sister, me and his sister would trade stocks, like, what I mean? Yeah, so like, what I mean? We'd trade stocks. So I had to learn a way. How can I still provide and still be able to, I wanted my kids to know, like, okay, he's gone, but I still sent a check, because the check that you send from the Feds is like a Statue of Liberty check, so it looks like a tax check. And I would send that to my kids every month, whether if I'm on lockdown or not. So they would know, like, he was gone, but shit, I do remember getting a check every month, like, from him. So that was my whole thing. And I would hustle in there. I learned sports in there. So I was the bookie, so I ran the ticket. I had a gambling shack. I would try to do everything just to still make money and stay busy and stay focused on coming home. That was the whole point. You know what I'm saying?
How do you get paid in the Feds? Stamps?
Oh, you get paid. See, you get the stamps, right? So you get, all right, so I got to hustle up all these stamps, and then I sell. You need stamps to buy drugs.
Like postage stamps?
Postage stamps.
How much those cost these days?
Like maybe $10 a book. Or $20 a book.
I just remember them going up in price a lot when I was a kid.
It might be like about 15 now, but the stamps to get you killed.
Grandparents used to be complaining and stuff. My grandma used to complain about the
you really needed them at the time.
So you got to collect them, but hold on. When you get in trouble, it's like it's the same as the kick-in boys. They need the stamps. The police officer needs the stamps to pay their snitches. So they are kicking your door and motherfucking take your stamps. So now you just lost $3,000-$4,000 worth of stamps. You need to buy some more stamps to run your ticket or to run your program. Like, I don't like to go to chow hall. You want to pay the cook and do all this
63 cents.
Wow.
63 cents. I think I remember it being like 25
No, I'm talking about a whole book.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I was wanting to know for like one letter how much they charge you. That's first class mail though, so I don't know if that's a little bit more expensive.
I thought they were 40. Well, they just went up again because when I was in jail, they were 48 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people are calling home talking about they need money, they're trying to buy books.
Right.
They're trying to buy stamps. They're trying to do this. You feel what I'm saying? And you got to understand the Feds, people getting robbed. It's this, it's like it's a lot of DC dudes in the Feds. You feel what I'm saying? And they're in there because they don't have a federal jail. So like you have to deal with their state and their federal people. Right. So they kind of like low key run the system, to tell you the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So when they're coming in, it's serious. They coming in, they might want to rob, jack, steal. It's it's a different, like I said, you're in all 50 states at one time. So nobody gives a fuck about that you're from here, from there. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got the Texas Syndicate, you got the Mexican Mafia, you got fucking GDs, BDs, they running shit this purpose. It's you gonna learn today.
But you were saying that you seen people get murdered right in front of you. Did you ever run into any bad situations behind bars, or were you able to keep it together pretty much?
I think God blessed me. You know what I mean? I think God was with me. I don't have a scratch. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, you
like,
seem
know,
like-
I've been in a few situations.
I mean, you seem kind of like a humble guy, like sort of low key. You don't seem like you'd be in there acting like an asshole. I don't know if there was a different version of you when you were in prison.
It's not that. It's the more of the fact, like, I still like to floss and I still like to have nice shit. I still, you know, so some people's not gonna like that. I want to get my motherfucking food from the cook. You feel what I'm saying? So somebody might want to test you just the fact that I'm getting food delivered. You see what I'm saying? I'm running the ticket. I'm still gonna be trying to be fly.
Mind you, he did time on the level 3 yard in the state prison.
In the state,
also.
then I went to the 4.
So
what's
what's the difference of living in the state prison and living in the federal prison? Like
the state prison is everybody's more together because it's ran by the Southsiders, ran by the Hispanics. So there's so many of them. We don't have no choice but to get along. We have to get the Bloods, the Crips. Everybody has to get along because if they move on us and like being in the county, they play games, right? They threw us in a tank. It was already some shit. This is during the time where the Hispanic and the Mexican and the black shit was at this all-time high, and we got rushed. And I'm God willing, I'm here to tell you the story because we was only like 13 deep coming off the bus, and they put us in there with probably 50, 60 Southsiders. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And luckily, I didn't hit the ground because one guy hit the ground. It's like they stumped him out, probably broke his ribs. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you could just take the hits, your adrenaline is going so fast. You feel what I'm saying? That you're not gonna feel most of the shit. You know what I mean? And they finna come spray everybody and it's finna get ugly. But in the same token, like going through the county might be like, you know, back in the day might be one of the roughest things that you can do. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's an all off thing going on. Every day is some bullshit going on. Every day it's like some bullshit. You right? So when you get to the state, everybody already got their time and they cool. So it's going to be more organized. Mm-hmm. The county's not organized like that because it's a new person and this person thinks he's a shot caller today. Now it's a new shot caller tomorrow. It's not in the state and the feds when you've been there for a minute. He's already been on this yard for 15 years or 20 years, right? It's just so it's going to go program that way. And if mainly people are just going to clean up their backyard.
Because I heard him tell a million different stories about being in the county.
The county is every day. Yeah. Tomorrow he got to go there. Now he got to take another phase.
And the gangs,
because it's a new person
where you're
every
from
day.
On the streets matters, whereas when you're in prison, it's just you're black or you're Mexican or you're white or
Thank
whatever.
You. It's more racial. It's the most racial shit ever.
Which sounds bad, but it actually sounds better than the gang thing.
Yeah, it's
because
that sounds like way more
Let
violence.
Me touch my own people.
Exactly.
If you're right, he can't be touching you.
It's calm.
You know
like,
what I mean?
I mean, but then these people are living there. It's like a permanent residence. Not like that. You're going home one day, but you're living on these yards. There's people been on these yards for 5-6 years, problem free, or 3 years, problem free, to where they're not about to let you come in with your game banking tactics and stop the flow of the money, the cell phones, and all of that over just you wanting to be a young dude that. We're in here all getting along because we got to live here every day. So if we
and that's why they damn near put the cell phones calmed everybody down.
Really?
You feel what I'm saying? Because they bring the cell phones because now somebody got something they trying to protect.
Yeah. But
if you
like
don't got nothing you trying to protect,
because now they're like allowed to have like an iPad type thing or a phone, right?
Yeah,
or are you talking about the phones that are still?
They
being
just did that
snuck
so
in?
they can make their money because they're like, fuck these phones making all this money. We can make the money off the phones for the people who don't and make the money off the iPhone. Because now just at Pollock, you know what I mean? Like they got phones now, so it's like at they didn't really have phones over there, but now it's more calm. It's running smooth.
And you're saying
now.
phones that they're allowed to have?
No, I'm talking about the ones that bring it in. But it makes the prison run smoother because now they're in the room talking to their girl. They chilling. They don't want to go out and fucking
stab nobody.
They don't want to stab nobody.
Because imagine if like me, you 20 dudes like us, whatever, we're all hanging out here and we all got our phones. Let's be real. A large percentage of us are gonna be looking at Instagram and shit. If we don't have phones, we're all going to be talking to each other. And if we're stuck in here for the next couple of years, we're going to end up fighting. We're going to end up arguing.
That's
it's
just
all
with
bad.
anybody in life. That's
Exactly,
if you're stuck in the house with your girl.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And
So
sometimes like when I'm in the dentist waiting office, I'm thinking like, this is kind of crazy that we all just sitting here on our phones. Like 20 years ago, we would have been actually talking to each other and shit. But when you're in prison,
I feel sorry for the kids.
Probably you don't want to be talking to each other as much. Like it was better off if you could be kind of distracted, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's cool, but the same day, every day, you leaning on this person, something's gonna go wrong. You're gonna owe the wrong person. He's gonna get into it with his bitch come out. He's not gonna want to joke with you how you wanted to joke. It's gonna be all type of shit, and it's just gonna be today's the day you gonna learn. Like in the penitentiary, it's a hands-off policy in most penitentiaries.
Exactly.
Like if you,
so they don't really have that. That's what he. So when he's telling his stories about the county, it's different because now you just got locked up today. Now you see, right? That was just big. He's in here today for the 6-0 shooting at him, right, or whatever the case might be, or whatever kind of confrontation that he had. So he need that. Right, so now this is a whole. He just already didn't calm down. He's chilling in the dorm. He's trying to fight his case. He come to the door. Now he need to fade. So now it's a constant. And they can move him, right? So then you can move him and start after you already set your boundaries. You've been here for 4 months. 4 months is long in the county. He already said now he's running the dorm. Now you got to go to a new dorm. And got to go run shit. And now you got it's like starting over. You feel what I'm saying? So now the problems that he's referring to is having to start over. Damn, forget that. You got to go to court. Now CCB is serious, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You got to go to CCB, the court with all the gangs. Mean that one, nobody got nothing to do. They mad. They just got their bail revoked. They what's called. He needs
this
that.
nigga just got life. Everybody got life.
You feel what I'm saying? So like you're going to court with these people. So the tank is like it's the most wildest shit I've ever seen. Like people are walking by. So now everybody, it's like a performance, right? So now when you at the bottom tank downstairs where they got the the 1982 where they got the jail cells open like I looked in colors. When you're walking by and on your way to court, everybody banging. They trying to see what tank they finna fall up. So this is like baby Wayside. You feel what I'm saying? But it's Wayside on tour. You feel what I'm saying? Like so now everybody's going to court and everybody get to see everybody. So now people is marking people court days down and they want to see him when they go to court and they trying to fall up in his tank and squabble with him and you stuck in there. It's it get dangerous. You feel what I'm saying?
What I was referring to in most penitentiaries. In the feds, like higher level, it's a hands-off policy, meaning like if you break the rules, you get stabbed. It ain't no you get beat up and doing all this shit.
There's a child molester come to your yard, you gotta stab him. You feel what I'm saying? You it's a hands-off policy. You don't see it's cars in the federal penitentiary. It's what car you're in, right? So he's from Tennessee white boy. He's in the Tennessee white boy car. You're in this car. You're in the LA car. It's the Crip car, the Blood, the GDs, vice versa. Sometimes the GDs and the BDs kick it with the Midwest, like, or whatever it is. It depends on what prison you're at, right? Mm-hmm. So, then you got the Latin King. You have so many different gangs and so much different rules that the Puerto Ricans got their own rules. They're not falling up under. It's not like, like how the state is. So everybody has to fall up under what they're with on. Then you got the Norteños and they kicking it with the blacks. And, so it's so many different rules and regulations and we're talking serious shit. So when they putting this demo down, it's finna go down. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything is knife play. It's not, you got a couple of little fight beat off the yard like type shit, right? But the most thing is like, they want to see that.
You ever seen a Glock Dookie in there?
I don't know what a Glock Dookie is.
It's where they'll pull up with like a water bottle full of shit and basically like.
Oh no, but what I did see, what I did like about the GDs and the vice lords and the BDs, right?
It is a Chicago thing. That's how we first found out about it.
But that's what I like about my Midwest and Chicago niggas though. Like I gotta give them their props. If you get caught fucking jacking off on the female officer, nigga, they putting your hand in the door. You ain't jacking off and slamming it in front of everybody. Like you're not jacking off to nobody no more today. You feel what I'm saying? Or ever again, probably.
Protect the female officers.
Oh, man, they got respect for the female. They break your hand in front of everybody.
How'd you know a Glock Dookie came from Chicago?
I didn't know that the Glock Dookie came. That was the first time. No, I just got that. I just remember the shit that I seen. I was like, okay, that's different.
A Glock Dookie is when they put the shit, piss,
everything. And he said they'll let it stew for a couple of days so it's as toxic as possible.
You know when the crazy people be gassing the police when they spray the feces on them, they call it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now they running around the county jail with shit chopped down, piss and all that shit, and running up on their ops like.
No, I ain't seen that one. I ain't seen that one.
Nuclear warfare.
Yeah. That sound like some shit
dying,
like,
bro.
Because it's like, you're in a place where there's nowhere to hide, and that's where everybody lives.
It seemed like in the clip of Lil J that the dude just hit him with it, and then Jay started beating the shit out of him, which is interesting because when I first heard about it, it was more like, you would just pull up and like threaten somebody with it, like give me your shit or else I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
but it could also be like you already fucked
it.
me over, so boom, I'm gonna just run down on you and get you right away.
Yeah, you gotta stand for something.
Now that's sound like that's past disrespect.
So what
you know what I mean?
what I have heard about is a motherfucker putting a knife inside of some shit and letting it sit.
Yeah.
And you stab him and it's
Poop
supposed
knife.
To, you're supposed to kill. It's supposed to kill you because you can't.
If you gangrene.
Because gangrene is so dirty. Yeah.
Didn't they have that in Game of Thrones?
I don't know if I got to witness that, but that lock in that sock is a bad motherfucker.
Oh.
You know what I mean? The lock in the sock is some shit.
Oh my god!
To see somebody's whole fucking head just. I mean, he had his shit looking like a goddamn like Professor Clump, like
So,
you know.
I always ask this question when my homies or when people come on. Do you feel like the internet saved the streets or killed the streets?
I think for sure it killed the streets. You feel what I'm saying? Like I think for sure because now it's like it wasn't like that growing up. As growing up, it was like boom, you see the person, boom, it's on site. We didn't have time to pull out no camera to like, you know, that's like somebody see you right now. He wants to pull off the camera and see if he can get some views off you. Not even no hit. He want the views more than the hit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, like it's the most weirdest shit ever. It's like, you know what I mean? Nobody wanted to ever be seen when I was growing up. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even want people to know that we committed crimes. You feel what I'm saying? Like that our money even came from committing a crime. We would lie about that. Like, I do this or I do that. So now it's like, they're trapping on camera. You feel what I'm saying? They're doing all this. It's the weirdest shit of all time.
Camera too.
They're putting it up on the thing. I'm looking at this shit like, you're doing this on camera?
And there's certain like murders that we've heard about in recent memory. Like I think of the FBG Duck murder, where it's like they have footage of the dudes that they say did it, like running down the stairs in their fucking project, being on the highway. They got like 100 different cameras that recorded them on the highway or on whatever roads they were going on to get to it or whatever. It's like, that just strikes me as like, holy shit. If you killed somebody in the 70s, you basically had like a free pass to get away with that shit in comparison to now, where it's a
90s.
fucking sentence. There are just so many ways for you to get caught. That's not even to say anything about DNA. That's not to say nothing about a lot of things.
Even like the early 2000s, those cameras that they had like in the 2000s, they weren't everywhere. And the big ones, the blurry ones.
It's like it's just bad for the flock culture. It's bad for everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like damn, bro.
But you get away with it because everybody didn't have a ring in the freeway. Like on the freeway, you didn't have fucking cameras everywhere that can. Okay, if you get pinged from this tower, all we have to do is set this camera at this time to see if you passing down the highway. It's like impossible to get away with. Which on a positive note, which it doesn't matter, like you know what I'm saying, to people in the streets that want to kill ops, but it saved the streets because people they're thinking 3 and 4 times about sliding now. Like the ski mask, that just brought the sliding back to an all-time high.
Oh no! The COVID all it did was they boosted up the crime rate.
Yeah, they boosted up
because
the
now
crime
I can
rate
walk
with
in the bank, I can walk anywhere, masked up, and nobody can't say anything.
Wait, but you mentioned flocking.
Yeah,
give me a little bit of your experience with all that.
Now the flock culture, that's they tried to will me into the flock. I was never really in it, but shout out Roddy Rose, and you know what I mean, for starting to meet the flocker and the flock movement. But your
friend has the tattoo all across his chest of meet the flockers, and you were saying that was a slogan before YG put the tape out?
Before YG put it out, this is what happened. We pulled up on YG. I gave YG $500. You feel what I'm saying? This is back when he had the white, I think like 745 from Statewide. He hopped on the Flocking remix. If we played the new Auto Flock, boys go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I hit a house and I bought a chain. Then I hit another house and I bought a ring. Like, so it went like that. So he started that. So then when I'm seeing it in the magazine, I'm already locked up by the time YG come out with Meet the Flockers. So I'm like, cool. I'm thinking Roddy on it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm thinking it's the whole thing. So I'm like, damn. All right, perfect. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Meet the Flockers. I knew he got the Meet the Flockers tattoo. He told them about the Meet the Flockers, and it just like took off with the whole movement. You feel what I'm saying? So like Meet the Flockers is like a LA culture of flocking is when they flock the house and they burglarize and shit like that.
But you feel like YG ran off with it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at least take him with you on that.
He knew it was a hot slogan, and they knew that he could do something
and
with it.
he had the power at that time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, because everybody was flocking, so he could be like, man, I didn't take your shit.
Because he still was a flocker.
The Meet the
You feel what I'm
Flockers, Roddy been pushing Meet the Flockers for, and I didn't even think about that till you just, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna swear that I bought you on to say that YG ran off with the shit.
Another troublesome podcast.
Like I said, man,
I just was excited about it. You know,
Meet the Flockers. He been pushing that shit way before that movie came out. When it came out, I actually thought it was a collab with them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I thought they was collabing. I'm in jail, so I missed this whole thing. So when I read about it, I'm like, ooh, they pushing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you know, the same way how I feel about turning the weed into, you know, turning my minus into a plus. That's what I preach. If that's what you do, then talk about that. Don't do nothing that you're not doing. You feel what I'm saying?
You damn near got to copyright everything.
You have to copyright. So now, you know, we at 40 Tons, we got like 8 trademarks. So we trademark every fucking thing, right? You know what I mean? So me and my boy Ant, we say that, boom, we got to trademark that. If clemency's better than the lottery, I want to own that.
There was never like an argument with YG about this or anything. It was just kind of, you felt powerless to do anything about it.
At the time, I'm gone. So I want him to, you know, I want Roddy to, you know what I mean, to basically, you know, argue about that with himself, because he's out here when it's happening. I'm fighting for my life at this time, right? But I see it in magazines, and I know that he came up with the statement, "Meet the Flockers." You feel what I'm saying?
And yeah, at the end of the day, as far as, of course, they'll say that he was clout chasing. If he just came out of nowhere because of the following doesn't match and all of this shit, you know, they'll try to pull the big dog, like, man, what are you talking about? We don't even know who you are type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to play that, but really, Roddy,
We put him on the Meet the Flockers remix.
Listen though. The having things and Roddy and all of these people, Roddy Rose and Huster Rob, they were big with the street underground, with the flocking and the music, all that shit, that culture. They were big in that world before there was followings and all that shit. So a motherfucker could downplay what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I know for sure that it came from that way too.
Damn. So, okay, tell me a little bit more about what you're working on at this point and what movement you're pushing at this point. So
right now we're on Ease, so you can go on No Jumper. Right now we got a code you can put in No Jumper 20 on ease.com and get a discount.
Hey.
Right, so shout out to them. Right, so Ease is a big platform for us. We just dropped in Oklahoma. We'll be going to New York soon. We're in all the 64th and Hope stores. You can get all the 40 Tons, all our weed products. You can get our products and catalysts on Normandy. You can our career fairs is what we're most proud of. So we'll be hitting. We just did Chicago, so we just came back. We're running out Malcolm X College, right? So we did a level up conference. We'll be doing one in New York soon.
What kind of career fair though? Like and
to make
specifically in the weed world, or
now we're leveling up where we want all the world. We want to be able to. We had the United Center there. You know, we can get you a job with anybody now. We want. If we can get Apple to come to the next one, we want Apple to be able to hire. We just want to be able to hire the people that's been affected by the war on drugs. Get your record expunged. If you want to learn more, you can go to 40tons.co right now. You can go to 40tons.co and just learn what we're doing and what our next events.
Do you teach people how to grow?
Yeah, you can learn how to grow. You can learn how to, like I explained, that being a bud tender, right, is the most important person in the game. I just explained this, that Burner started off as a bud tender. He's a billionaire now.
So, right. I mean, this seems like kind of like the most low-level job. Why would you say it's the most important? Bud tender being like the guy in the weed shop who sells you the weed.
Because what I explained was the bud tender can make you or break you. So even though we're in 59 stores, if we could be in 59 stores all we want, they're not going to re-up it. The bud tender, when you go into the store, you're talking to the bud tender first. So they're the ones that's selling all the weed. We're not selling any weed. We're just a brand, right? And whoever else is just a brand,
and
right?
the bud tender can push whatever brand he wants.
He can push you up or he can push you down. You know what I mean? So he can tell all the rest of the bud tenders we ain't selling. So what I do, the same way how I brought y'all shirts and stuff like that, I make sure I stop at the stores. I bring them shirts. I let them know how important that they are, right?
No free bud.
I mean, sometimes we come because people don't understand. They think like, you know, since we're in the store, we have to buy. When we go to the bud tender training, I have to physically buy that for the wholesale price. So if they're going to if it's selling in the store for $40, They might sell it. The store might sell it to me for $22. And let's say I got to buy 10 packs. So then I spend $220 just so I can give, this is what you're selling. This is, you know, and give each, it says 10 people work there. Some people might be work there that day. So you have to leave 5 there for the people that's working there and then 5 for the people that's going to come on their off day. So we have to physically come out of pocket to do that, right? So with the conferences, if we can, it's a numbers game. It's just like with Apple or any other thing. We have, at this point, we have gave out over 500,000 in resumes at this point, right? So each resume is worth $500 with headshots, free headshots. We've given out over 1,000 of those worldwide. We did 2 in Hawthorne, 1 in Oakland, 1 in New Jersey, and 1 in Chicago. And now we want to get our expungement numbers up. So then when people look up our company, they're going to be able to see the numbers that we're putting up. But the main important thing, the next, is the book. So the same stories that I'm telling y'all is going to be in Look Into My Eyes, the series, and the book is going to be dropping soon, right? So that's like that's the main thing is that we're working on right now.
Wow. So what would be your advice though to anybody who's out there doing like the same shit that you were doing before you got locked up, whether it's the just moving weed or, you know, getting serious with it or doing, you know, fraud and all this kind of stuff? Like how would you advise a young man who was in the same shoes that you were in?
I would say, for one, have like a goal and make like some kind of goal for yourself to get out the game, because it's shit, you're going to get cracked and you're going to jail, right? So always do good, right? So if you are committing crime, do as most good as you can to outweigh the bad that you are doing. But for one, start small. If you only got, if you're making a little money, start you off, get you like a little ATM machine. It's $2,500. Find your place to put it. You get you a nice used one online and find a location to put it, right? Or get you, try to get some kind of business, right, that can work for you while you're hustling, right? So right now, I'm on the list. I'm trying to get the charging machines, right? So I have an electric car. So now, since California, by 2035, they want all the cars electric, I need to get in front of the curve. That's the new oil, right? So it's $50,000 if you go to Electricity America for a charging machine. But while I'm here talking to you guys via the charging machine, they'll be making money for me all day because the lines are around the corner for people waiting to get their car charged, right? So you could start, and if you don't have 50,000, you could start off with a slow charging machine for $5,000 to $7,000, right? And those, you can put it, those are like hospitals, casinos, or wherever it is where people are going to be there for 3 hours. You can get you like an 80 watt, right? But that's the main thing that I'm focused on now, how to make the money work for me and stop working for the money.
I like it. Makes sense. Well, shit, I appreciate you coming through and sharing your story with everybody. It's a pretty fucking epic one, to be totally honest.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. How does it feel? Me being a prisoner at one point in my life, how does it feel to think that, did you at one point think that it was just over, it was never going to happen?
Like, it gets scary. Like, if you go back to my page, so if you go on Corvain Cooper and follow me on Instagram, Corvain Cooper or 40 Tons Brand, if you go back to 2000, I believe, 18, I said the same. This is a quote that I told them to post on my Instagram, right? So I said, the same thing that bring me down is going to bring me back up, right? So it's a scary moment because once you're getting them denial letters and it slide under your door and you know you have a good argument and they still deny you, it's like they let the air out of you. You know what I mean? So, all Av and everybody that's trying to wait on their appeals and stuff like that, you got to be strong. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you really, 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 really have to be a strong person to have a life sentence and come out without no gray hairs and this and really hold your head high, because you cannot, the first thing I could say anybody that got a life sentence, you cannot accept it. Once you accept it, I seen guys that was the coolest people that got a picture they can show you. They was with Denzel and LL Cool J and the FUBU guys, and they were from New York and they was getting money. But once they accepted that life, he got gray hairs, he looking old, he's doing this, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it got the best of them. And once this guy told me, this is one thing I want everybody to remember. I used to show people wanting to see my pictures because, like, I would have pictures of Brick with Young Thug and, all the little different stuff that he was doing out here. This is when, when he was really concentrating on rapping and stuff like that. So I would have all the people want to see my pictures because my pictures was live, right? So people like, let me see your photo album and stuff like that. So when I would show the photo album, he said, this guy told me, he's like, man, I've been here 20 years. I would show you my photo album, but shit, everybody dead in there. You know what I mean? He said it's just full of dead people because I've been here so long. It's like it's no story that he can tell with the pictures.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you gotta, it's a different feeling when you're seeing people like
You
gone.
popped
like that.
out. It felt like you just this run. You can't be stopped, bro.
It's like it's really nothing that you can do to me now. You locked me up. You threw away the key. You tried everything. I've been shot at. I've been in riots. I've been, you know what I mean? Like, so at this point, it's like I can only go up from here. Like, it's nothing that you can really stop.
That
me at
little
this point.
piece of you that still wants to commit crimes.
Not really, because I kind of want
money.
to be like the spokesperson to show, like, to bring the people, like, you don't have to commit the crime no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can actually do good without committing the crime. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and if I can show that and I can actually physically do that, then I can bring them with me. And then I can still tell all the stories like I just told you that I was there. I do know how that feels.
And it's crazy. I know we're getting up out of here, but it's crazy that the crime that got him life is a part of a career now.
Right.
Right.
It's the shit that's bringing me up.
You get what I'm saying? You just gave me life for this, but now but you
That
already
same
know.
judge, if let's say you had to go in front of a judge and they were looking at it, they'd be like, "Oh, congratulations! I see you've really done something good with your life." It's the same thing.
No, it's no.
It's not really the same
They'll
thing.
bring that back up though. Like, that's another reason we're like, come on, goddamn, Trump. Like, they had to get Trump right now because he was gonna get the campaign. Guess who he was gonna need? He's a $70-80 million campaign. So you can ask $1 million to be on the campaign because guess what? I'm a good black person that she can use to get black votes that did something with something that he did good at. Right. Well, I'm a product of what he did. So I would be able to show my conferences. I would be able to show the numbers of the things that I've done for different communities worldwide because we already did it in four states so far. So I would be able to show a product of something that he done good for the black community, right? So I'll be able to go on a campaign with him. So free Trump, so I can get the bag. You know what I mean? It's like it's a bag in the campaign. That's where the bag is.
So
at.
this new indictment is stopping him from running?
You can't. If you get one charge, he can run. But if he's convicted of one crime, I don't give a fuck if it's spitting on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
That's why they trumped up so many charges.
I don't know if it's going to stop him from running, but that is what a lot of people are talking about. Is like, never before have you seen a sitting president who's about to be in an election against Trump use his Department of Justice to indict his main political opponent. This has never happened before. It's very unprecedented times. I'm not going to say that Trump doesn't deserve it because this is about him trying to basically steal the election, which I think is like one of the most important issues of our time. Yeah. But it is kind of crazy looking for Biden to be the one bringing the charges.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. That's crazy. I mean, it's like breaking the code of brotherhood. You don't charge a president. You know what I mean? We are presidents. You don't do no bullshit.
Well,
like
we
that.
did elect a rampant criminal. So
yeah.
In a way that we never really did before. Who knows?
Sometimes, but everybody was fucking balling. Nobody was complaining when the money was fucking flowing. Now the money's tight, and now shit is because it starts at the bottom. If they're spending money in the ghetto and it's going all the way up, that means everybody's touching the money.
Well, people didn't start balling to the end of his term, though. It wasn't like we were balling off Trump the whole time.
And the reason why shit is tight now is because Biden had to, like, his administration basically had to do all this stuff to stop inflation. And stuff like giving everybody free money is very inflationary and dilutes the value of money.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
Now you can't even go nowhere. They're not even accepting cash no more.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Go to
like,
Sweet Green. They ain't got.
They're like, get the fuck out of here with
Sweet
that
Green
cash.
gonna throw you out of there. I went there with a $20 bill in my hand one time just because I didn't have my credit card. I forgot. I'm like, oh, I got 20. I'm good. They're like, no, we don't take cash. I'm looking at them like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. There's a lot of places like that now. You go inside those fairs and all that shit.
But it's crazy too because anyone who runs a business knows that you get chargebacks when people buy stuff with.
Not only that, they're
Yeah,
keeping
yeah,
up.
yeah.
No, they're not accepting cash. You can keep up with everybody's money. You could keep up with. I can count your money better if you don't do it with cash too. Yeah. So it's kind of keeping up. He's keeping up. He hates people using Cash App. He hates people using this. So he's keeping up with everybody's money this way. I can have a record of everything you're doing if you're not using cash. But if you're using cash, I can't. You could say you fucking made $2,000 a day. True. But if you're using a card, then oh no, your business made $20,000 a day. I for sure need my money.
As soon as your whole business is online, it's very hard for people to try to skate off without paying their taxes. Yeah. Corvain Cooper, appreciate you coming through. Big Baby, thank you for bringing him through.
Man, don't be late.
Very inspirational story. I think people are going to love this one. And where would you suggest that they go check you out if they want to learn more?
Go to 40tons.co. Go to 40tons brand on Instagram. Go to Corvain Cooper on Instagram to follow my story by myself to see what I do with me and my family. And just, just follow the movement. Go to the career fairs and just really see what we're doing. See if I'm doing the work. Prove me. Test me. See what I'm doing.
And Trump.
Oh, free the guys.
Yeah, I'm saying free Trump, man. Put him on the campaign, man.
For
We
sure.
out this mother.
Appreciate you, dog. Much love. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, and Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support.
Go now. Why are you sitting there watching? Go.